Hi everyone. So today we will be discussing the new news that has been posted in the official Discord server. So I'll just pull it out real quick. It's this one. Yep, here. Oops. Wait. Okay. So it says here that the dev team are recently noticed that there are a number of certain skills which those of Iron Man, Punisher, and some Maverick skills simultaneously trigger at the start of the battle, which becomes rather confusing for some players. So this is true. We all know that they kinda um trigger simultaneously with the exception of Punisher where he triggers first and it resolves first before the others. Um, Now with this, in an upcoming update, we don't know when, we plan to change all the skills that trigger at the start of battle into assault skills. So my question here is, are they really gonna change the wording from at the start of battle to assault? If yes, and then we'll proceed to our speculations then. Okay, and then more of the update here is the characters with assault will now take action and trigger their skills according to their action sequence. So it has always been. I'll explain how this works later. And then therefore, if a character leaves the battlefield before taking action, their assault skills will not be triggered. That's uh okay. It's somewhat good news, somewhat I really don't know, but it can counter at least it can counter Punisher now because if he dies before his turn comes, then he won't trigger. That's good, right? And then we believe this adjustment will help players better understand the mechanism of how and when the skills are triggered, which will then develop more strategies to counter opponents. We hope you will enjoy it. Okay, so with this news out, um, let us just speculate a bit on how this would work. Um, as we all know, Punisher is the main culprit here. That's the sad truth. So with that, the developers are trying to fix this by changing all at the start of the battlefield, at the start of battle of the battle. Okay, so here we can see like most of the units, or if not all, that will be affected by this new change. First, we have Punisher. This is the start of the battle. We now change it to Assault. Next, we have Chewie. At the start of the battle, it will also trigger an Assault. And then Abomination at the start of the battle. Yep. And then Ant-Man as well. And then we have Iron Man and Moon Dragon, which is, as you know, my favorite deck right now, which is the Iron Dragon, is going to be heavily affected by this. So these are some of the cards that will be affected. Now, how does this affect us? As you know, Assault is we already have Assault cards like on Stealth Armor. We have who's the other one? Um, Angela, right? And then Drax Assault, the Drax Assault, which gives assault to GOTG characters. So, think of it this way: there is technically two phases or two sub phases in in the battle phase. The first sub phase is the system will check who has assault, and then that is like the first sub phase. And then whoever is on the left, if you have multiple, let's say if there are multiple assault units, it will still trigger from left to right, but it will only um, be applicable to all those units which assault first. Then the second phase, the second sub phase will now trigger wherein all units, including those with assault, will trigger again. So I think you have already noticed this, wherein if you, let's say, put your stealth armor in the, let's say, second slot from the left, assault armor attacks, and then your first unit attacks, and then your second unit attacks. So and then assault armor attacks again. So basically, that's the two sub phases. So With that, let us now discuss the turn order, how everything will work. For the first phase, for the first sub phase, it checks all assault. All assault will now be triggered starting from left to right. As an example, I have a stealth armor and my opponent. I have stealth armor and Moondragon. My opponent has Punisher. My positioning is my Moondragon is on the far right, and then my stealth armor on the far left, and then my opponent's Punisher is also on the far left. So the trigger sequence will be 50-50% chance for the first row, and then my Moondragon will trigger last. That's how it works. And then after that, second phase will trigger the second sub phase, which is all the units, and then that's the normal turn order goes from left to right, alternating. That's how it will work this time. So now, if you will ask me, how do we? This technically did not change um, MK Dex much because if I have my Punisher, I'll just put him in front, right? Then he still triggers. Um, technically, we're half. It's half good and half bad right now because it did not really destroy um, Punisher outright, but at least we now have a way to deal with him. So if they put it in front, we now have the option of putting our stealth armor, Angela, and any GOTG with Drax Assault. Let's search here. Assault. So there are cards that gives Assault. So here, Drax Assault gives that, and then there's also this. Where's that? I'll just show you briefly. Um, Captain Marvel. Yep, she has this. Gives an intergalactic war character assault until the end of the next turn. So we have now units that we can put in front to at least contend with Punisher, but of course it will now be like 50-50%. Whoever goes first kind of wins or whatever. So that's half good, half bad. I don't know. It's RNG, but to be personally, it's kind of icky. It's somewhere in between. Now, I was on Discord a while ago discussing these with some of the other players. Their other concern is if this is now the new update, if this will take effect, uh, Punisher will now cannot contest with Hela anymore. I guess it's kind of true, but I think, in my opinion, this is the objective of this. We have like a rock paper scissors setup wherein um, combo Hela can deal with MK decks, and then MK decks can deal with any other decks, while any other decks with the um, co- correct counters can defeat combo Hela. With that, hopefully we get more diverse decks. But that's just my opinion. So um, let's see how this will play out soon, right? There's no date yet as to when this will be released, but it's in the next update. I'm thinking probably it's either before the tournament or after the tournament. I really don't know, but hopefully it's after the tournament because it's really gonna be like counterproductive for those people who already practice their decks and how this will work. I really don't know, but so that's my takeaway in here. So for you guys, do you think that this is such a good move, an okay move, or maybe the devs should have done a little something better? Right, so I think I will end the video here. Put your thoughts on the comment section below so that we can discuss about it. And then hopefully, if there's like a good comment or suggestion, I can probably raise it up to to the devs, and hopefully they listen to us. All right. I hope you learned something here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.